성공을 향해 가는 채널.
So when we are on the right path and we hit a milestone, dopamine is released and it tends to tighten our focus more for that activity.
앤드류 후버만은 세계에서 유명한 신경과학자이자 400만이 넘는 구독자를 가진 유튜버이죠. 그런 그가 성공을 위해 노력을 하는 과정과 도파민이 어떤 연관이 있는지 이야기해줍니다. 성공한 사람들은 도파민을 조절을 잘하죠. 도대체 어떤 관계가 있는지, 왜 도파민이 중요한지 알아봅시다.
That the early stages of hard work and focus are going to feel like agitation, stress, and confusion because that's the norepinephrine and adrenaline system kicking in. None of us would expect to walk into the gym and do our PR lift or, a performer go do something without warming up. The brain also needs to warm up and start to hone in which circuits are going to be active. And it's unreasonable for us to think, oh, I've got an hour, I'm going to plop down and write beautifully for an hour, my best work. We need to accept that there's a period of agitation and stress that accompanies the dropping into these highly concentrated states. The dopamine system is really important to understand. So we've talked about norepinephrine kind of gets you going. Acetylcholine is the spotlight of attention. The dopamine system is Mother Nature's hardwired ancient system in all animals, including humans, to put us on the right path. Now, a lot of people talk about dopamine as this thing that you get when you publish the book or when you get the book deal or when something wonderful happens, like your child's born. And that's true. But dopamine's main role is to be released anytime you achieve a milestone or you think you're on the right path. And when the dopamine system is tethered to a particular pattern of focus, remember duration, path, and outcome. So it's like, okay, you sit down, maybe you don't get much text out, but then the next day you get 800 words of really solid text and you feel good. Like, I'm into this. What does that dopamine system do? The dopamine system takes the norepinephrine, which is normally rate limiting. Like at some point, there's so much norepinephrine that you quit, and we can talk about that. It's actually the substrate for quitting. Dopamine can push that adrenaline back down and give you more room, more space to do duration, path, and outcome work, highly focused work. So when we are on the right path and we hit a milestone, dopamine is released and it tends to tighten our focus more for that activity. What this means is that for any of us, success in any endeavor is very closely related to how much focus we can bring to that endeavor. And the reward system, you start to realize, is entirely internal. No one's coming along and cramming dopamine in your ear or dripping it in your brain. It's all internal. And then if you can reward the effort process, you really start to feel joy and low levels of excitement in the effort process. That's that buffering of adrenaline. That's that feeling like, yes, I've got a lot of adrenaline in my system, but I'm on the right path. It feels good to walk up this hill, so to speak. And when you start to bring those neural circuits together, you really start to create a whole set of circuits that are designed to be exported to any behavior you want. So if it's writing a book, great. If it's podcasting, great. If it's building a business, great. If it's building a terrific relationship, great.
우리는 모두 성공을 하고 싶어 합니다. 그러기 위해 각자만의 방법으로 나름 노력을 하죠. 그 노력이 좀 더 효과적이고 집중할 방법을 찾는다면 도파민을 조절할 수 있는 방법을 알아보세요. 효과적이고 효율적으로 노력할 수 있을 것이고 성공을 위한 목표로 좀 더 빠르게 다가갈 수 있을 겁니다.